ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ y = f of x ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ x, y, t, all alphabets are constant, so a is constant. Strictly you should use what rule? Product rule. So now x square is first function, y is second function. Whenever they give x and y values, they give a point. All of you know point, how to read a point, x, y. You have to remember the hint. What is the hint? Divide by e power x plus y on both sides, or write e power x plus y as e power x into Welcome to the session, dear students. In my last class, we have done problems on chain rule. So now I am going ahead with problems on implicit functions. First you should know what is an implicit function. Implicit function means a function which you cannot write in y is equal to f of x. ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ನ y is equal to f of x ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ವೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ y is equal to f of x ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ x ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3xy is equal to y ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 7. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ y is equal to f of x ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನು y is equal to f of x ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. The given question is not in y is equal to f of x form. So this is implicit. So if I write y is equal to sin x, this is not implicit, this is explicit. This is implicit, this is not implicit. So we will study these kind of questions today. And I wrote one more example, sin x plus cos y plus y square plus xy is equal to 5. Here y is not separated. Y is equal to f of x formal idre, it is not implicit. A function which is not in the form y is equal to f of x. ಯಾವುದು y is equal to f of x ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ವೋ ಅದು implicit. Any function if it is not in the form y is equal to f of x, we call it as implicit. So in today's class, I am differentiating only implicit functions. We differentiate only what? Implicit functions. If problem is like this, it is implicit. Or suppose x cube plus y cube is equal to a cube plus xy. This is also implicit. Here y is not separated. Y is equal to f of x formal illa. This is implicit. If it is implicit, simple, to differentiate implicit, differentiate both sides. What you should do? Differentiate both sides. So for is equal to we have LHS, for is equal to we have RHS. Both the sides you differentiate with respect to x and group all dy by dx terms and group all dy by dx terms. Take out dy by dx common and make it as subject and make it as what? Subject. What you should do? First observe, if it is implicit, what you should do? Differentiate both the sides with respect to x. Apply dy by dx on both sides. Then group all dy by dx terms. Group all what? Dy by dx terms. Then make dy by dx as subject. That will be the answer. And one more important hint before we start the problems, one more hint is, suppose if you have d by dx of y square. Please observe, I am not differentiating with respect to y, I am differentiating with respect to x. d by dx of y square is 2y into d by dx of internal function. Y is treated as internal function. Y is what? Internal function. When you are differentiating with respect to x, y is treated as internal function. So we should use chain rule. According to the chain rule, into d by dx of y. For example, if you get a situation where we have log y, what is derivative of log y? Log x, 1 by x. Similarly, log y is what? 1 by y, and we should not stop it, into d by dx of internal function. What is internal function? Y. Y is internal function. Now tell me, what is d by dx of sin y? Derivative of sin y ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It will be cos y into, we should not stop it here, into d by dx of internal function y. Because I am differentiating with respect to y, so y is treated as internal function. So sin y means cos y into dy by dx, log y means 1 by y into dy by dx, tan y means secant square y into dy by dx. Okay, so now I'll start with the problems so that you can understand better. First question, if x square plus y square is equal to a square, then find dy by dx. So as soon you observe, it is implicit. It is implicit. Why? Because y is not separated. So given function is implicit. They give x square plus y square is equal to a square. This is what is given. So now differentiate this both sides with respect to what? X. Differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. If you do that, LHS d by dx of first term x square, in between we have plus, put plus, d by dx of y square plus is equal to, is there, put is equal to d by dx of a square. Now d by dx of x square, what is derivative of x square? All of you know, 2x, d by dx of x square is 2x plus d by dx of y square is 2y into d by dx of y. 2y into dy by dx, don't forget to put dy by dx, is equal to d by dx of a square. You know, all alphabets except x by t, all alphabets are constant, so a is constant, a square is also constant, d by dx of constant is 0. So now 2x plus 2y dy by dx is 0. Rearrange this. So I have 2x plus 2y into dy by dx is 0. So now transfer 2x to RHS. So we'll get 2y into dy by dx is equal to minus 2x. Transfer 2x to RHS, it will become minus 2x, and we need dy by dx. So dy by dx is equal to minus 2x into 2y comes this side, it will become divided by 2y. 2 cancels. So finally we'll get the answer. What is the answer? Dy by dx is equal to minus x by y. This is the first problem. So I'll give you basics of the problem. So and you see x square plus y square is equal to a square. Here y is not separated, so therefore it is implicit, means it is not in the form y is equal to f of x. If a function is not in the form y is equal to f of x, we call it as implicit. So this is implicit. Whenever the function is implicit, you should differentiate both sides, means apply d by dx on both sides. In LHS, d by dx of x square, put plus is there, put plus, d by dx of y square is equal to d by dx of a square. Very interesting, derivative of a square, a is constant, 2 is constant, constant power constant is also constant. Differentiation of a square is 0 because a square is constant. I told you all alphabets except x, y, t are constant, a is constant, and all numbers are constant, 2 is constant, constant power constant is constant. So derivative of a square is 0 because we treat a square as constant. And x square, all of you know what is d by dx of x square, 2x. But this is important, derivative of y square is what, 2y, and you should not stop, into d by dx of internal function. What is internal function? Y. Chain rule. Y cube if I give, suppose if you get d by dx of y power 3, it will become what? N into y power n minus 1, y into 3 power y minus 1 into d by dx of internal function y. That is how it goes on. So now we got the value of dy by dx. The dy by dx value is what? Minus x by y. So further 2x and 2y dy by dx, and we need dy by dx, make it subject, transfer 2x to RHS and minus 2x and rearrange. So let me go ahead with one more problem. Again they gave x square plus y square equal to 13. They want dy by dx. Not only that, they want dy by dx when x is 3 and y is minus 2. Here they want dy by dx and they gave x and y values. First find dy by dx. Finally in the answer put x and y values 3 and minus 2. So they gave x square plus y square is equal to 13. Can I say this is implicit function? This is implicit function. Why? Because y is not separated. So now I will differentiate both sides with respect to x. Differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. Means apply d by dx. d by dx of first term, that is x square. In between we have plus, put plus, d by dx of second term. What is second term? Y square is equal to RHS d by dx of 13. So now you know d by dx of x square is, that implies derivative of x square is 2x plus derivative of y square is 2y into dy by dx. So don't forget this dy by dx is equal to d by dx of 13. 13 is constant, derivative constant is 0. So now next, so transfer 2x to that side. So we'll get 2y into dy by dx is equal to, if 2x goes the other side, it will become minus 2x. 0 minus 2x is minus 2x, and we are interested in dy by dx. So dy by dx is minus 2x divided by into 2y, transfer this side, it will become divided by 2y. So I can cancel 2 and 2. So I got the value of dy by dx. Value of dy by dx is exactly minus x by y. Now they don't want just dy by dx, they want dy by dx when x is 3 and y is minus 2. Simple. After you find dy by dx, in the place of x we'll put 3 and y minus 2. They have given, we'll substitute it. So now further dy by dx is equal to, so we have minus x, in the place of x put the value of x 3 divided by y, in the place of y put minus 2. Minus x by y, so here minus is there, I put minus, in the place of x put 3, y value they give minus 2, so dy by dx, you know, minus by minus becomes plus, so final answer is 3 by 2 positive, minus minus cancels. So if they ask dy by dx at particular x and y values, put the x and y values after finding dy by dx. So this is your dy by dx. Now in the place of x put 3, in the place of y put minus 2, you will get the answer. Next, x square y plus y square is 5. Then find dy by dx. So again, the question is implicit. So they give x square y plus y square is equal to 5. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. Now LHS becomes d by dx of x square y plus d by dx of y square is equal to d by dx of 5. Observe this carefully. First term is product of two functions. If you have product of two functions, you should use product rule. What is product rule? First into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first. They will not mention use product rule anta avaru helala. So they don't mention that you should apply product rule. You should observe here x square y means what? X square into y. Whenever we have product of two function, strictly you should use what rule? Product rule. So now x square is first function, y is second function, product rule. What is product rule? First function into derivative of second function, x square into d by dx of y plus second function y into d by dx of x square. So whatever I wrote here, this is derivative of these two, and plus d by dx of y square. What is d by dx of y square? 2y into d by dx of y, 2y into dy by dx is equal to what? 0. Here using product rule is important. Now further, x square into dy by dx plus y into d by dx of x square. What is d by dx of x square? 2x plus 2y into dy by dx is equal to 0. My dear students, here we have dy by dx more than once. So when you have dy by dx more than once, group them. Means keep all dy by dx terms one side and non dy by dx terms other side. Ella dy by dx galna one kade tagoli, dy by dx ilde ira terms other side ge transfer ಮಾಡಿ. So now x square dy by dx, and here we have 2y dy by dx plus 2y dy by dx. I will group it, and non dy by dx term. So this y into 2x, I will transfer that side, it will become minus y into 2x or minus 2xy you can write, and in these two take out dy by dx. If I take out dy by dx, what is left out? X square plus 2y is left out, and so can I write it as minus 2xy? I am rearranging. Now in these two dy by dx, take dy by dx and make it a subject. Now transfer this product to RHS. So final step, dy by dx is equal to RHS we have minus 2xy divided by this into goes to the RHS, it will become divided by x square plus 2y. This is the final answer. Into transfer the side, it will become divided by. I told you, if you want to differentiate implicit function, differentiate both sides. Then group all dy by dx terms. So here you have dy by dx, here you have dy by dx. These two I grouped, and this is non dy by dx, transfer to RHS, and in these two take dy by dx common and transfer this to RHS, you will get the answer. So when you have more than one dy by dx terms, group all dy by dx terms to one side and take dy by dx common and rearrange and get the answer. Now, if y is equal to root x plus root y is equal to root a, find dy by dx at 1 comma 4. They want you to find dy by dx at 1 comma 4. So take the given function root x plus root y is equal to root a. Again this is implicit because y is not separated. So differentiate both sides with respect to x. So d by dx of root x is equal to, plus d by dx of root y is equal to d by dx of root a. So derivative of root x is, all of you know the formula list, derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Similarly derivative of root y is 1 by 2 root y into d by dx of internal function is y, and a is constant, root a is also constant, so derivative of root a is 0. Root a is what? Constant. So now I have only one dy by dx term, the other one transfer to RHS, transfer this to RHS. So we will have in LHS I have 1 by 2 root y into dy by dx is equal to RHS, when you transfer this it will become minus 1 by 2 root x. So now into transfer to the RHS, so it will become divided by goes that side, it will become into minus 1 by 2 root x into 2 root y. Now I can cancel 2 and 2. So dy by dx value I got. What is dy by dx? Minus root y divided by root x, or minus of root y by x I can write. They want this when at 1 and 4. So now at x is equal to 1. So a point means what? X comma y will say. So x value is y 1 and y value is 4. What is dy by dx? So dy by dx, you know, minus root y by root x, or minus root of y by x. In the place of y, what is y? Root 4 divided by, in the place of x, 1. So that will become root 4 is 2 and 1. So it is minus 2. So you got the value of dy by dx. What is the final answer for dy by dx? You got minus 2. This is the answer. In the place of y and x, put the value. So y is what? 4 under root. X is what? And root x means root 1. Root 4 is 2. All of you know y1, that is minus 2. Whenever they give x and y values, they give a point. All of you know point. How to read a point? X comma y. In point, the first value is called as x coordinate and second value is called as y coordinate. Okay, dear students, this problem can be done by two methods. So we'll solve the problem by both the methods. So first I'll take by first method. So first they gave e power x plus e power y is equal to e power of x plus y. I call this as equation 1. Directly you can differentiate and rearrange and resubstitute. Or other technique is, can I write this as e power x plus e power y? All of you know law of indices. A power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Can I write like this? A power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Now further I will divide by this term. So divide by e power, I am not differentiating, I am simplifying, e power x, e power y on both sides. So these kind of problems, better you simplify and differentiate so that you will arrive at the result. So now if I divide, I will get e power x divided by e power x into e power y plus e power y divided by e power x into e power y is equal to RHS, e power x into e power y divided by e power x e power y. I am dividing both sides by e power x e power y. So when you divide, what is left out we will see. So now I can cancel e power x, I can cancel e power y, I can cancel both the terms. After doing so, we will get, so 1 by e power y is left out. 1 by e power y, take it up, it will become e power minus y. And plus is there, put plus. E power x, you take it up, it will become e power minus x. Right side we have 1. Now this was the given problem, I reduced like this. Now in one step you can differentiate. Now you differentiate, length becomes less. So differentiate both sides with respect to x. See, d by dx of e power minus y is plus d by dx of e power minus x is equal to what? D by dx of 1. Now simplify this further. So d by dx of e power minus y is e power minus y into d by dx of y. Then we have plus d by dx of e power minus x is e power minus x into d by dx of minus x is equal to d by dx of 1. D by dx of 1 is what? 0. Now e power minus y into dy by dx is plus e power minus x into d by dx of minus x is minus 1 is 0, or e power minus y into dy by dx. So minus e power minus x is 0. Rearrange it. That implies e power minus y into dy by dx is equal to, transfer this to that side, e power minus x, and dy by dx is exactly e power minus x divided by e power minus y into, comes this side, become divided by. Further if you observe, it is in the form a power m by a power n. A power m by a power n can be written as a power m minus n, minus x minus y ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದರೆ plus y ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So I can write minus x plus y or y minus x, hence the proof. So here we are repeatedly using law of indices. What is the first thing? A power m plus n was there, I wrote it as a power m into a power n, a power m into a power n. Then we have a power m by a power n was there, we wrote it as a power m minus n. So here directly, this is implicit, directly if you differentiate it takes a long turn. So in spite of that, so e power x plus e power y is equal to e power of x plus y means first I will use law of indices. I observed that e power of x plus y can be written as e power x into e power y. You know a power m plus n can be written as a power m into a power n. Then divide, I will want RHS to be constant, so divide by this term both sides. Then the problem becomes just e power y minus y plus e power minus x equal to 1. Now the given problem we reduced like this. Now you differentiate, it will become easy because derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of e power minus x is e power minus x into minus 1, and derivative of e power minus y is e power minus y into minus dy by dx. So sorry, here into d by dx of minus y, minus dy by dx. So minus y, minus, so minus continuous, so we also need minus here, minus d by dx of minus y. What is d by dx of minus y? D by dx of minus y is what? D by dx of, we have d by dx of internal function, d by dx of minus y, minus you take it out, or d by dx of, we wrote it here, d by dx of y into minus, I wrote it here, d by dx of minus y is minus, take it out, dy by dx. So minus e power minus y dy by dx, minus e power minus y, transfer that side, it will become divided by minus e power minus y, and minus plus by minus is minus, and e power minus y goes up and it become plus y. So one of the good questions, directly if you differentiate it takes time. So these are the problems where you have to remember the hint. What is the hint? Divide by e power x plus y on both sides, or write e power x plus y as e power x into e power y and then you divide. Then x root of 1 plus y root of 1 plus x is 0 and x and y are not equal, then show that dy by dx is this. This is also one of the standard questions, and here directly if you differentiate both sides it will become a hectic process and we cannot arrive at the results. So last problem on this we call them as POPs, practice oriented problems. Practice them, then only you can solve. Otherwise getting hint then and there will become difficult. So what I will do, I have x into root of 1 plus y plus y into root of 1 plus x is 0. I will rearrange. I will take y into root of 1 plus x is equal to, transfer this to RHS. So it will become minus x into root of 1 plus x. I will square on both sides. Squaring on both sides, if I do, LHS becomes y square root of 1 plus x the whole square. RHS becomes minus x square root of 1 plus x the whole square. Can I write like this? Now further simplify this. Square root cancels. Here also square root cancels. Now you are left out with y square into 1 plus x is equal to x square into 1 plus, given problem, write it carefully, 1 plus y it is. Now further into 1 plus y. Now here we will simplify this as much as possible. If they do not ask proof, however you want, you can rearrange and do it. They want this strictly. So 1 plus x should be one of the factor. So I will make y as subject. If I want to make y as subject, so I will multiply y square plus y square x, bring these terms to this side, it will become minus x square y after you multiply is equal to 0. Now carefully if you observe, we can group, I can group y square minus x square separately. Y square illide minus x square plus in y square x and x square y, in these two I will take yx common. If I take yx common, I will be left out with y minus x is equal to 0. And here it is in the form a square minus b square, I can write it as a plus x into a minus x. Further this can be written as yx into y minus x as it is. So please observe, I am simplifying it rapidly. So now it is a plus b into a minus b. This is a minus b. I will take a minus b common. I will take y minus x common. If I take y minus x common, I will be left out with y plus x plus xy is equal to 0. So I am taking y minus x out. If I take y minus x out, I am left out with what? Y plus x plus xy. Very important. Here y square minus x square I will group it. Remaining remaining y square x minus x square y. ಇದೆರಡರಲ್ಲೂ xy ಆಚೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ xy ಆಚೆ ಹೋದರೆ y ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ xy ಆಚೆ ಹೋದರೆ x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And if you see this is in the form a square minus b square. You know a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b, and in these two take y minus x. So this simplification plays important role, and two terms are 0, so equal. So y minus x is equal to 0 and y will become x, but they told y is not equal to x. So this is ruled out. Second factor, what is second factor? Y plus xy is 0. From this you take y common. So now I will take y plus xy is equal to, transfer x to that side, it will become minus x. So y I will take out 1 plus x is equal to minus x, and what is y? Minus x by x plus 1 plus x. My dear students, they gave implicit but I converted into explicit. Till now I have not differentiated. Illi tanka now differentiate madilla. So that's why this is important. So I got y value. What is y value? Y is minus x by 1 plus x. Till now we have not differentiated. Copy this carefully. Whatever is given I have taken. And after that what I have done, transfer the first term to RHS and I squared on both sides. After squaring on both sides, intellectually multiply terms and then group the terms. Square terms, y square minus x square I will group, and in these two terms and in this and this, take xy common or yx common, so it will be left out with y minus x. After observing y minus x, this can also be written in the form of y minus x. A square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. Further, in these two I can take y minus x. Then I got this problem. Now our problem is this. Till now we have not differentiated. Now we will go to the differentiation. I think you have copied all these things, so I will continue from here. So now we change the problem, means we reduce the problem. The given problem is just now y is equal to minus x divided by 1 plus x. So please copy this carefully, and now the game continues. That is, y is equal to minus x divided by 1 plus x, differentiate both sides. So differentiate both sides with respect to x. Till now we have not differentiated. So LHS becomes dy by dx, RHS becomes d by dx of minus x divided by 1 plus x. You know, it is in the form of numerator by denominator. I taught you in my first session, if the problem is in the form numerator by denominator, you should use quotient rule. What is quotient rule? So dy by dx LHS in the RHS in the denominator the whole square. What is denominator? 1 plus x the whole square. In the numerator, denominator into, that is 1 plus x into d by dx of numerator. What is numerator? Minus x minus numerator into, that is minus x into d by dx of denominator 1 plus x. That is 1 plus x into derivative of minus x is minus 1, minus of minus becomes plus, x into derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of x is 1, divided by 1 plus x the whole square. Now further simplify, minus 1 minus x plus x divided by 1 plus x the whole square. So you know, minus x and plus x cancels. Minus x plus x cancels. So finally what is left out? We'll rewrite it, or we'll write it here. What is left out? Dy by dx, numerator I am left out with minus 1, denominator I am left out with 1 plus x the whole square, hence the proof. It is interesting question, and it comes only by practice. These kind of questions are most important. So first, what is the case? Take, it is implicit. Directly if you differentiate both sides, it will become hectic. What you should do? So transfer one term to other term, square on both sides, and one gives you y equal to x, leave it because y not equal to x they gave in the problem. So leave this part and take the other part, differentiate, you will get the answer. Next, x power m into y power n is equal to x plus y whole power m plus n. Show that dy by dx is equal to y by x. Again, this is also one of the interesting question. This is also implicit. So left side use product rule, right side as usual. So use chain rule and differentiate and rearrange, you will get the answer. So take x power m into y power n is equal to x plus y power m plus n. So differentiate both sides. When you differentiate both sides, product of two functions are there. So directly we will use product rule. So first function into derivative of y power n plus y power n into derivative of x power m is equal to d by dx of x plus y whole power m plus n. The other method is apply log on both sides and differentiate. Now x power m into, what is derivative of y power n? N into y power n minus 1 plus y power n into derivative of this is m into x power m minus 1. Derivative of this is m plus n into, here chain continues. When you are differentiating, y power n is n into y power n minus 1 into what? Dy by dx plus y power n into this, m plus n into x plus y into m plus n minus 1 into d by dx of internal function 1 plus dy by dx. Now further simplify and rearrange till you get y by x. So now what we need to do? We need to simplify. So I will have n into x power m into y power n minus 1 into dy by dx plus m into y power n into x power m minus 1, multiply this m plus n into x plus y power m plus n minus 1 minus m plus n into the terms and go on. This is plain. Continue. And other technique is, so I repeat, so from here, I am repeating from here, you do by yourself and try to get y by x. If not, we will be doing same problem by logarithmic, because still I have not introduced logarithmic differentiation. So let us wait for this. And if further you continue, multiply this, it will become what? Plus, but it will be little lengthy, m plus n into dx plus y power m plus n minus 1 into dy by dx. So the process goes on. This is how it continues. If you plain do it, but my suggestion, so this method you can do but lengthy, but my suggestion, apply log and simplify. Apply what? Log and simplify, then differentiate. So now what we'll do, apply log on both sides. X power m into y power n is equal to x plus y power m plus n they give. Apply log on both sides. Apply log on both sides. So log x power m, log a into b is log a plus log b. So it will become log x power m plus log x power n. This will become log a power m. Log a power m becomes m plus n into log of x plus y. Or if you know what is log a power m, m log a. Again I will be repeating the same in terms of logarithmic. So from here we will differentiate and finally we arrive at what is called as dy by dx as y by x. So means I am leaving it for you, but you try whether you get or not. I will be teaching how to apply log in my next session, that is logarithmic derivatives. So we will be continuing with logarithmic derivations. When we go to logarithmic derivations, I will repeat this problem. But the method I told you, further you continue log f of x, try to get this. Whether you get or not, I will be repeating the same problem in what? Logarithmics. Thanks for attending this session. Please recollect it. The 7th problem I am leaving it for you, and again I will be repeating in what? Logarithmic differentiation. Thanks for attending. I will see you in my next session. Thank you.